Hello everyone and welcome back to my home here in the west of Ireland. It's that time of year again, Christmas is just around the corner, and I'm here to shamelessly promote the one and only piece of Mossy Bottom merchandise which money can buy. This, my 2022 full-size wall calendar. And before I tell you all about it, there is a link at the top of the description directly below this video in which you can hop over to my Etsy page and buy one of these if you would like to. Just like last year, it's printed here in Ireland by an Irish company supporting local industry, and every photo has been taken by me here at Mossy Bottom or in the fields and the forest which surround my little small holding. It features my animals, the cooney pigs, which are just over there, the chickens, ducks, cats, and of course, the star of the show, as you like to remind me, Moss, my border collie. In fact, he's got 3 dedicated pages this year in this calendar. It also features the landscape, my garden of course, some magical trees and places, mushrooms, sunsets, and I hope some images which might just make you chuckle as well. There's a bit of humour in there. There's a real emphasis on seasonality, just like with the calendar last year, with each photograph having been taken in, or at least very close to, the month which it features in the calendar. And each month is also accompanied by a short poem, just like last year, written by yours truly, of which I will now read you 3. To, I hope, whet your appetite, or if you're not a fan of poetry, to put you off entirely. Here we go. So first we have March, and a lovely picture of moss taken in the forest on one of our walks last year. Upon moss-covered ground, moss can be found. Nose twitching, eyes bewitching, for a stick ever itching. I walk Moss through the woodland here every day, and he presents me with many opportunities to take photos, but this one I particularly liked because it captures his expression so very well. Next we have June, and June is one of my absolute favourite months here at Mossy Bottom, and this is one of my favourite pictures too. Those of you who follow me on Instagram may have seen this because I posted it there too. And you can see the rows of potatoes there in the background, and parsnips, beetroot and carrots in the foreground. It's such a magical month here in Ireland. And it reads, "There is no secret garden nor forest of Arden that can envy the home which a man makes his own." Finally, we have December. And this one reads, "In a snow-dusted land, in a pan there does stand a duck without cheer as Christmas draws near." And one of the great joys of living on a small holding is that I get to share my life with so many animals. They're such a wonderful source of entertainment doing silly things like this, and of course, companionship. But rest assured folks, despite the pan and the tongue-in-cheek humour, no ducks will be eaten for Christmas dinner. Every calendar ordered will also ship with a Mossy Bottom Christmas card, featuring, of course, me and Moss in a suitably festive pose. And this is the card from last year, which took an entire day to set up and capture. I'm sure anyone who has ever tried to balance mince pies on the nose of a border collie will know exactly why. It was quite a task, but it was a lot of fun. The card this year is going to be different to this, but just like last year, every card will be personally and individually signed by me and by Moss. No printed signatures, they'll all be hand and paw signed by the 2 of us. The calendars are A3 and printed on 250 GSM artist's paper, which is as high quality as you can get for something like this. Believe it or not, each calendar weighs about half a kilogram. They're really thick and heavy. Last year I had no idea how many of you would be interested, and I have to admit I was frankly overwhelmed by the number of orders. We sold out in less than a week. This year I have the rigid cardboard envelopes, plenty of these ready to go. I have the adhesive postage labels, Lots of these too. And most importantly, I have the calendars ready to go as well. And unlike last year, every single international package will now be sent tracked. Whether you live in the UK, Germany, the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, or anywhere else outside of Ireland, I will be able to supply you with a tracking number for your order. That does come at a cost, and it means the calendars are slightly more expensive this year than they were last. But last year, of the 350 calendars I sent, I know a couple were lost in transit to far-flung countries, and we had no way of tracking them. So this year I vowed that that would not happen again. And on the subject of postage, I will be driving to Enniskillen in Northern Ireland, just over the border, to ship all calendars destined for UK addresses to avoid any customs delays related to Brexit. All other orders, though, be they to Ireland or anywhere else in the world, will be shipped from my local post office here in County Sligo in the west of Ireland. Last year I turned up with an entire carload, actually it was 2 carloads, of packages, which I'm not sure my postmaster was too happy about, but hey, it's generating work in what is a small rural town here in Ireland, which has got to be a good thing, I think. The Mossy Bottom 2022 calendars are €30 each, and that includes the signed Christmas card with free postage to Ireland and the UK and a flat rate of €10 postage to anywhere else in the world. And I am, just like last year, using Etsy to fulfill the orders because they're secure and reliable. It's such a big website that everyone knows. And you can find a link to order this calendar at the top of the description just under this video. Finally, a huge thank you to everyone who has supported me and the channel over the last year. It's been a very productive and exciting time. I've launched 2 new video series, which I think most of you have enjoyed, and there's more to come before the year is out. But just in case you don't see me again before the new year, from me, from Moss and the rest of my family here at Mossy Bottom, have a wonderful Christmas and an even better 2022. Take care, everyone. And if you order one of these, then I really hope you enjoy the calendar. Bye for now. Oh, I was born in a Quaker town where folks worked good and hard for the ones they loved and got above. Each day they punched their card, and when evening came back home again, they'd rest a while and say, "'Tis a hard old life, but for kids and wife we'll work as another day." When the sun rose low, back to work they'd go, singing on their way. Oh, for job and home to call our own, we'll work as another